Zachary Rehl, his defense attorney, Carmen Hernandez, filed a motion to dismiss, and it is a doozy. Here's what it says. Filed March 22nd, 3 pages long, out of the District of Columbia, United States of America versus Zachary Rehl. And here is the title. Defendant's motion to compel the disclosure of all FBI interview reports and all DOJ memos relating, listen, to the recording and the reporting of the defense team. What? Compel disclosure of all FBI interview reports and DOJ memos relating to the recording and the reporting of the defense team? Defendant Zachary Rehl, through counsel and pursuant to the Constitution, respectfully removes this court for an order compelling the government to disclose to the defense all reports, including FBI 302 reports, and recordings that have been prepared in this case relating to any person, including but not limited to confidential human sources and any other witnesses that the FBI communicated with regarding the possibility of any recordings or reports it may have regarding the defense team, the defense lawyers, including all interview reports, all FBI memos relating to the recording on the defense team, all memos from the US DOJ about our team. Why? Where does this even come from? Mr. Rehl is filing this motion on his own behalf and on behalf of all defendants with the consent for their counsel. All lawyers are on board this for everybody. Mr. Rehl and the defendants are herewith preparing a separate motion to dismiss the indictment, or in the alternative for an evidentiary hearing, raising serious and substantiated allegations of government misconduct surrounding the surreptitious invasion and interference of the defense team by the government through a confidential human source at the government's behest. The instant motion is based on a disclosure made to the defense counsel today, March 22nd, 2023, at the end of the court proceedings, wherein the government stated that one of the witnesses who was disclosed to the United States and to the court in December 2022, who was scheduled to appear in the defense case the following day, has been serving as a confidential human source since April 2021 through at least January 2023. Holy moly. Okay, so the defense disclosed witnesses saying we're going to use our witnesses for trial. Coming up, what we're in the middle of right now. The disclosures were made in December. That witness list was on the name in December. Seems to me like the government got wind of that, terminated the confidential human source date after that disclosure, ended it, and that means that throughout the entirety of this pending case, there is theoretically this confidential human source who was also a defense witness. Now, we're not done. During this period of time, the confidential human source has been in contact via telephone, via text messaging, and other electronic means, somebody working with the FBI, with one or more of the counsel for the defense and at least one defendant. The FBI, according to the defense, all of them, the FBI has a confidential human source who was communicating with the defense lawyers and the defendants themselves. It's earth-shattering if this is true. During this period of time, the confidential human source, who's on a witness list, also participated in prayer meetings with members of one or more of the defendants' families. That's what your FBI is doing. The confidential human source also engaged in discussions with one of the defendant's family members about replacing one of the defense counsel. The above may not include all communications that have been initiated or engaged in by the confidential human source. The allegations about the existence of yet one more previously undisclosed CHS, after various other alleged full and complete disclosures of all the CHSs in this case demonstrate that there are reasons to doubt the veracity of the government's explanation and justification for withholding information about the CHSs who have been involved in this case. Moreover, the government disclosed this information for the first time on the day before the witness was scheduled to appear. Accordingly, Mr. Rehl and other defendants in this instant case respectfully request that the court compel the government to disclose all information, all recordings, all reports, everything set forth, so that the defense team and the court can have a very complete picture of what happened here and why. The defendants request an emergency hearing and adjournment of the court proceedings until all these issues have been considered and resolved. Respectfully submitted, Carmen D. Hernandez. And holy moly, my friends, absolutely insane that that is even being discussed, something like this. Now, the judge is taking it very seriously. Minute order was entered in right after the fact. Says, hey, government prosecutors, this is pretty serious. Why do you guys have a confidential human source that the government is now disclosing that was one of their key witnesses, that was telling them to replace their defense lawyers? What was going on there? We need to know. The judge wants to know. Says it is ordered that the government shall file any response by 9 a.m. tomorrow, March 23rd. And so bright and early, we're going to see what that looks like. Of course, we'll be here to cover that. Could be earth-shattering. You know, if something like this is true, you might see the judge toss the entire case if something like that is true, depending on what happens. Now, the government's going to come through this and they're going to say, just like their other spreadsheet debacle, oh no, this is all sensitive material and you don't need to know about any of this. And it was all inconsequential and minor, and therefore the whole thing should be forgotten. We'll, of course, see. Thank you for subscribing wherever it is you're watching this. We'll look forward to seeing you here when we have more. And that, my friends, is it for us on the day.